it's Nico with Nico's Travel Co. and I'm on Utopia of the Seas, bringing you a room tour. Yes, I'm on a new cruise ship, new to me. It's my first. Okay. There is a child blowing a whistle, and it's. Oh my gosh. Okay. And I am bringing you a room tour of our Oceanview Stateroom. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick little room tour. Let's get into it. Okay, first of all, for just like a quick little panorama, and my friend Katrina's here with me on the trip, so she's gonna be in here. I don't want to kick her out. It's also her first cruise, so I'm like, I'd be like, hey, go do something, but no. I've got to be a good host and show her around. But this is just a really nice room. I'm constantly comparing it to my experiences with Disney and Carnival because those are the other two cruise lines I've done so far. I'm try not to do that and just let the room be what it is and experience it. And then I'll do like a comparison video later. All right, so very nice room. Nice. I like the seating area, but hey, let's get into it. So we're at the front door. One thing I love is this full length mirror that's like here, that's not on a bathroom door or something like that. That typically I'll see it like on a bathroom door. It's nice, very nice to have. And of course, at the front door, you have your lighting. Something I take for granted that not a lot of people or not everyone knows is that cruise ships try to be very energy efficient. Think about conservation. So in order to turn on the lights in your room, there has to be a card, right? So if that's blinking, the lights are about to turn out. And this ship, and also in Carnival, I'm gonna do a little comparison. They have I've noticed when on my Carnival cruises, and I'm seeing it here, this is not my room key, this is just like a Royal Caribbean card. On some ships, like when I do Disney cruises, they don't have a card here. You can just use like an old cruise card. I keep my favorite Disney room key, and I'll use it. But yeah, here they had a card preset, and this is how you turn on the lights. Right here. And then this is important to know. Well, this is neat. Do not disturb magnet instead of a door hanger. And then your assembly station information and safety info is here on the back of the door. This is key. We already done our muster drill, but we had to watch a few videos, and then we went to our muster station, D4 on deck 4 at Studio B, got all that handled. This is good to like review. Your ship is not going to sink, but if there's some kind of ship-wide emergency and you have to go to your assembly station, it shows you the routes and all that good stuff. All right. How am I doing, Katrina?
Doing great.
Awesome, thanks. Okay, and then we have our AC here by the bathroom door. You know, you figure it out pretty easily. Cool, AC. Now to the bathroom. So that little light means it's on, that's off, that's on. Cool. I think it was on. Is motion activated? Oh, I was wrong. Okay. So that means like the night light is on. That off means the light is on. Oh, lovely. So this is a nice size shower. You know, we're just like we're not super tall people. So we're not super tall people. So this will be great. But this is a nice little enclosed glass shower. And, you know, cruise ship bathrooms are not going to be massive, but I like what these newer ships are doing. We've got some shelf space, cup space, and then there's quite a bit of counter space here. That's good because the girl be having a lot of stuff. And then we have some counter space here, which is super good, like plenty of counter space. And then if you don't mind stuff sitting on this bottom ledge, you can even put bags down there, and that's not even the floor. So come through Utopia with the bathroom space. So in the bathroom, you've got a little soap ledge here. I always bring my own shower gel because I have sensitive skin. But so there's space for soaps and stuff. And then there's a bar there for shaving, shower head, and your nozzles and whatnot. So cool. Very nice. Clean. Everything looks nice and fresh and clean. It smells nice and fresh and clean. Okay, then we have our desk area here. That's my water bottle. It doesn't come complimentary. Nice little plush chair. I mean, that's actually quite a nice chair. Typically, it's a little stool or something like that. So that's cool. And then we have plenty of plugs and outlets. A couple of European plugs. There is a USB-C plug, a regular USB. Well, and there's plenty of outlets. I would definitely recommend bringing a USB station. You cannot bring extension cords or like outlet ports anymore, but you can, well, you couldn't bring extension cords ever, but you used to be able to bring like those little multi-outlet things that were like a newer version of extension cords. Now you can just bring USB blocks that have multiple USB ports on them. So there's that. And then we have our vanity mirror here. And then coming over, this we signed up for the key, which is just a little bit of an elevated experience with, well, we didn't experience the expedited check-in here, but we did have lunch in the main dining room. They brought our luggage, our carry-on luggage to the room for us, and then we got this nice little fruit tray. That's cool. So anyway, we're getting in storage. We have a dryer, and then this note here if you need to have a container to discard medical needles, they can provide that for you. And then we have, I want to call them decent sized drawers. Like number one, I would use this as a drawer, and then because we can move a blow dryer if we needed to. We have that, and then a nice deep drawer here with all kinds of interesting things. Oh, we've got our room service menu, and it looks like they've got some good stuff on here. And room service has a $7.95 fee and 18% gratuity for certain ports. So the food is free, but they have a $77.95 delivery fee. So yeah, room service. And then here we also have our continental breakfast menu if we wanted to have breakfast in the room. Here. There you go. Then here we have our mini fridge, which is just for a beverage cooler. It's not going to keep food cool. They do, if you need special refrigeration for medical needs, they can accommodate you. You can let them know at guest services and they'll direct you to the right department for that. Okay, now we're gonna look at the storage space. Okay. We do have some of our bags already in the closet, but this is like we have one space here to hang stuff, and there's a hanging bar there and there. And that's a good amount of hangers, but we can ask for more if we need them. So this is the main closet for hanging items. And then over here, they have plenty of shelves. See, and then a safe here. Those blankets they send you a form where you can request special room needs, basic stuff, and I asked for extra blankets just to be safe, so those are there. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves, and then 2 more drawers. So at first I was like, oh my gosh, there's not. Okay, well, this drawer you cannot open if that all the way because of the fact that we had to have our beds split. But look, that's a good amount of drawer space. So between the drawer space and the closet space, you should be set. And then over here, we've got our seating area. So this room just sleeps 2. This doesn't, someone could, I guess, hypothetically sleep on this bed if they needed to. So maybe it does sleep 3, but I don't think, for me, there's not enough storage space for 3 people, but I like it. And honestly, this is one of the comfier couches that I have seen on a cruise ship. Normally they're like hard to me, but this has some nice spring. It's comfy. Some cute little wall art there. Okay, and now we are here with the bed. So we have 2 twin beds, and there's the television. So, on most cruise lines, you'll have like a queen or king size bed or 2 twin beds. King size bed or 2 twins. So they were able to split this for us. 2 twins, and we each have a little lamp here that comes with a normal outlet and a USB-C port. I prefer USB ports, but I did start buying some like iPhone cords that had a USB-C side. And then we have a couple of storage cubbies on each end table. And the good thing is we have 2 end tables. Now, I don't love the phone being on my end table. I'd rather that be on the desk, but okay, that's fine. I don't know why it's over here, but that's cool. And look, we can even request housekeeping with this QR code. And then we have our television. Now, the television was preset with, if we had not finished these safety briefings, it would have had us do them. So that's pretty cool. And we have some hanging prongs. I also brought some of my own hooks. But yeah, this is a nice room. Okay, so in our living area, we have an ocean view room, and I like this size porthole. I don't like the little square ones. I like the round ones. I'm not a fan of the bar in the middle, but that's just me being picky. And we have these pretty curtains right here. So yeah, and when it's closed, it looks like so. This is not lit like up there, which would be fun, but that's okay. But this will be nice and cozy. This will be nice and cozy in the evening, so I like it. Very nice. And that wraps up the room tour of this Utopia of the Seas Oceanview Stateroom on deck 3. So sorry that I ended it so abruptly. I was rushing, but it was still a really nice room. Very comfortable, very enjoyable. If you have any questions about it, let me know, and check out the Utopia of the Seas cruise playlist up on the channel now. Remember, a life well lived is a life well traveled, so travel well, my dear, and we'll catch up in next week's video. Bye.